Hey guys, it's Amanda. Just hopping on here because I wanted to share with y'all my morning routine of how I get ready in the morning. I've had quite a few people ask about my makeup routine. I am in no way an expert on makeup, but I do enjoy the items that I've curated over the past, I don't even know how many years that I've been wearing makeup to get it to where it is now, because it's really simple, great for a mom, someone who's on the go, but really nourishing and healthy for the skin. So I am not sponsored by any companies doing this, but I do have some affiliate links, so I do get a bit of a commission if you do purchase anything with the links below on the notes below, which always helps support, so I appreciate it, but also no obligation at all. So first thing I do to start the day is Elemis. I love Elemis. We discovered it actually on a Royal Caribbean cruise right after, I think Tallulah was maybe one, like she was really young. We did a family cruise on Royal Caribbean with Michael's family, and they're like, why don't you guys get, I think Michael even booked it, a couples massage. So we got a couples massage. It was lovely, especially as new parents were like, oh, we're going to sleep through this, which we basically did because we were exhausted at the time. But they used Elemis products on us, and I loved how they feel because they're not heavy. And living here in Orlando, it's like you cannot have heavy stuff. So that is awesome. And it has, I get the one with the SPF because we have sun all the time here. So I started out with that. Elemis has awesome products too. That's like my night cream and everything. But then what I do next, since I'm a redhead, is I use actually eyeshadow to fill in my eyebrows. So this is Naked by Urban Decay. And I use actually this, oh, look how Inception-like that is. I use this one. It is called Cover. And I use a little tiny, just a flat, can you see that? A flat brush. Just a little tiny flat brush, and it helps fill in my eyebrows. Now, as you know, filling in eyebrows can be a bit of a pain because you want them to match, but it's like impossible to make them symmetrical. I have thought about getting my eyebrows like microbladed and things like that, but I don't know why I haven't done it yet. So this is what I do for the eyebrow portion, and it tends to take a little bit of time, but we'll get it there. Okay, sorry, concentrating apparently. I can't multitask very well. And I don't want to rush this, but I also don't want to waste your time, so I'm gonna go a little quicker than I usually do. But we're gonna fill it in, and then one thing that I like to use just to kind of fill in those extra pieces, if you need like more arch, it doesn't look bad though, is I like to use this MAC eyebrow liner. So I use that. It has the little brush on the end if you want to like kind of brush it up a little bit to give it a little more texture, which is nice. But then I also do it to like fill in a little bit. So that is what I do for my brows. And as a redhead, I swear all of my other redhead friends are like, we just don't really have eyebrows. So if my eyebrows are filled in, I feel like I look a little bit more like myself in general, which is a good feeling. So, and if you already have excellent eyebrows, then obviously skip this step. Okay, next thing that I do is I do eyeshadow. This is the only way my eyeshadow stays. I've had a lot of people be like, how on earth does your eyeshadow stay in the middle of a park day? And this is why. So Too Faced has a Shadow Insurance 24-hour primer. It's just like a little brush. You put it on. Is this a brush? I don't know what this would be called. Clearly, this is not my profession. This is just something I enjoy doing. Rub it on my eyelid. This is literally like the best because you don't get the crease when you're sweating, because I am not a girl that does not sweat. I am at the parks and I get very sweaty. So, yeah, maybe not beautiful to hear, but it's the truth. So, oh, sorry. So then Tartelette, I use the Tartelette palette. This is my favorite one. Tarte has awesome palettes. They're my favorite for sure. But this one's just like a neutral palette. And I use these two shapes brushes. And I always start with the darker one. So I'll use, let's see, this one. I remember seeing, I think it was Hilary Duff who did like some sort of tutorial not long ago. And I remember her saying, well, everybody's looking at the center of your eye. So you want to put the little like parts that have the shimmer in the middle just because it makes your eyes glisten a little more. And I'm like, that's a cool concept. So I start with the middle. I don't know if that's right or not, but that's what I do. So I start right at the middle and then I go for a darker on the sides. So I'll probably go with this one. Sorry, it's not doing it. So I'll go with that one. Go a little bit more dramatic today because I love a good drama. Not my own life, just in my makeup. But yeah, so I just blend it in on the sides, kind of make like a shape to kind of go with your eyebrow. Not to go up too high, but I don't know if it's how my eyes are, but I just don't do, I don't do eyeliner because it makes my eyes actually look smaller, which everyone thinks I'm a little crazy in saying that, but then when I actually put it on, they're like, okay, yeah, you're totally right. So then I like to go a little bit more like up into that arch section. And then let's see here. And then I take the other brush and I'll go with like something a little bit lighter. And then just kind of blend that in right there. And once you have that, once you have the primer on, it really blends easily, which is, I think, the hardest part because you want it to not look choppy, but you want to have it look good. So, and then I always do either a white or a shimmer. Also, I'm just realizing that you're probably seeing all the mess that I have over here. All my jewelry, my phone case, keeping it real. Okay, so I put the white in the center because that always helps make your eyes look bigger too. It's an illusion. And then the other side. And then I like to either do that same white or a little shimmer and do right under my eyebrow, my brow bone. That just kind of helps with a little bit of shimmer too. So that's the eyeshadow. And sometimes if I'm feeling it, I'll take that same brush that I used for my eyebrows and I'll use the darkest color that I used on the palette for the side of my eyes. And I'll just go underneath and almost do like a liner, but it just kind of helps with that smoky eye kind of look to bring it in. And then it all kind of blends in when you do the mascara. Okay, so eyebrows are done. Nope, eyeshadow's done. Eyebrows are done too. But okay, and then I have two ways of curling my eyelashes. So classic, standard, you know, that eyelash curler. But I have really enjoyed these. I don't know if you've tried these eyelash curling heated things. They're really cool. Now, I can only use it in the beginning because if I use it when I have mascara on, it like kind of pulls the mascara off, which is not fun. But it really does truly curl it and it gets real hot real fast. So sorry, I have to look in the mirror instead of my phone. But you just hold it there for a few seconds and it really does curl your eyelashes. Now, if you are someone who has sensitive eyes or a non-contact wearer who's not used to putting things near their eyes, this might be uncomfortable for you. Like, I would never use this on Tallulah because Tallulah, when it's special occasions, girlfriend loves to try on some mascara. So she literally would wear it every day if I'd let her, but I don't because she's 5. But you can use that, which is great. And I do enjoy it. Like, it really, truly does work. But you can't go wrong with a classic. So just do a little tiny curl. And then another little curl. Now, I don't know about you, and maybe it's just the way my eyes are, but my eyelashes curl, they're the same length, but they curl differently on this side than they do on this side. So I always have to end up curling this one a little bit more and putting a little more mascara on to get the length to look symmetrical. But Hourglass, you can get this at Ulta, you can get it at Sephora. It's Hourglass Caution, my favorite mascara ever. And I've tried a lot of mascaras, but I don't know what it is about the formula, but it is amazing. This is the brush. It's great stuff. So I just go in and do the edges first. It seems to be better that way now. This can be the most time consuming because it takes a good bit. The rest of it I kind of fly through, but eyes is where I spend a lot of my focus area on because it's more fun and you actually have like color. I choose black. I know some people go for different colors. I have tried, I don't know if you guys remember back in the day when they had those colors that were supposed to be like the opposite color of your eye to try to make your eyes pop. So I tried like the purple one that they had a while ago, and it looked cool, but it just didn't quite work for like an everyday look for me. So I use this, and then I do that, but then I go to the next eye, and then once that's dry, I do another layer or two. So starting at the ends. I hope everyone's having a good day. I'm so excited for the weekend. Today's a Friday, and I had a couple PTO days that were going to be expiring. I thought to myself, you know what I don't do? Take time for myself on a PTO day. I'm always doing it like when someone's off of school or if we're on a vacation, which, you know, if you have toddlers, a vacation is a vacation, but it's also just parenting in another place. So I feel like I oftentimes need vacations from my vacations. But I took the past 2 days and I just worked on content, slept in. I felt like crazy because I ordered in food and I went down and I was still in my pajamas at noon. I'm like, I haven't done this since I don't even know, college? No, after college for sure. But definitely before having children. So I was like, well, this is a lovely feeling. So yeah, so you saw I did a little bit of the bottom. So now I'm going back over to this side, and I am due for needing some more of this. So it's coming out a little less heavy than usual. Not that I'm too crazy heavy with it, but it does usually come out a little easier than this. But there's still plenty on there. So just a little bit on this. Just make sure you get like the tips, because I feel like so many times we just put mascara like on the middle parts, and then we forget about like these long lashes that are up here, because your lashes are probably longer than your mascara is even showing, which is kind of fun. So that I'll basically be done with, because I don't want to waste your time. Okay. This eye, like I said, I always have to do like a little extra on this one to look symmetrical. And then once they're dry at the end, we'll do one more curl, and that gives us some more length. And I know if you guys are on TikTok at all, I feel like there's so many creators that have such amazing tips, which is awesome, and I love it, but I feel like I can't keep up. So if any of the ways I'm doing this is like very millennial, it's because I'm a millennial, but this is what I find works best for my face shape. Okay, so that's basically done. I could use a little more there, but I'm gonna spare you that. And then what I do is this Morph 2 concealer, which I get at Ulta, is great, but I'm sure we can get it on Amazon. I'll put it on there for you. I always chuckle because being a redhead, and I don't know if anybody else is like drastically one end of the color spectrum or another, but I laugh because all of my colors are like, I don't even know, white snow. This one's peak of porcelain. I think this one's, that one's just a thing. But me and my redheaded friends always would laugh because we're like, it is just a little wild of how like, it's always like, oh my gosh, now I can't even think of any, but they're alabaster stuff. And I'm like, oh, this is too funny. I'm always like, basically the coolest, the whitest color that you could possibly get. But I put that on the parts that are a little darker for me. This area can definitely get dark, and I think this is like something that you're not supposed to do it like this anymore, but I find when I have my makeup on, it works just fine, and it works for me, and it's like not super thick, which I love. So just kind of use a beauty blender. I probably need to wash mine. Sorry, everybody, but this I get at Target. It's, oof, I don't even know. It's the only orange one that they have there. Okay, and then, this is so gross, the topper, sorry, I use it too much. MAC Studio Fix Mascara. Liquid foundation, I do NW10, and then I just put it on the beauty blender. We're at 14 minutes, guys. Or at least on my initial edit, we'll see if I am as close to 15 minutes as I said. Because I really try to pare it down to 15 minutes. I can't be doing like hours worth of prep time. Okay, so I just put it everywhere. This has an SPF in it, which I need because I live in Orlando. And then I put it up at the top. Well, a little heavy there, but that's okay. Sometimes at this point, I'll like wipe, and since I fill in my eyebrows, it'll get a little like wild, and then I have to like touch up my eyebrows at this point. So if that happens to you, don't worry, I've been there too. Okay, so then we have, what's next? Ah, yes, I'm almost out of this one. So this is NYX Wonder Stick. This, I think I got at Target, but I'll link it. And they have like a illuminator or whatever it's called, highlighter on that part. And then they have, clearly I have a new one, I just need to get it out. They have like a contour stick. So I do one line there. Okay. Then I do another line. What is this? Oh, you know what? I bet it's from my, sorry guys. Let me clean that up. I just got my hair done yesterday, so there's like some color that's coming out because I can't wash it yet. Okay, so I just do like the contour like that. I do a little bit on my nose and then forehead, 2 little lines. And then occasionally, to give you a little extra, I go right down there. Then from there, I do this brush that's like shaped like that. And I just blend it in, and it helps give me like a little extra line, which is always great. And then I just blend it in. Sometimes I like to tell the girls like, okay, I'm ready to go when I have my makeup like that. They think it's so funny because clearly I'm not going anywhere when it's lines like this. But literally you just blend it on in. I don't want raccoon eyes, so I try to blend it as best as I can. Okay. We're getting close. And then from there, I use the other Wonder Stick, and it is the pink one, and it has like a, that's a coral, and then I use the other side. It's more of like a, I don't even know what they call it, but that's the size I use. Oh, deep peach. That's what I use. So then I just put like 2 or 3 dots. I really got those ones out of order. And then right there. Okay. And just blend it in. Gives you a nice little cheek. But all of these are honestly like very comfortable. And I don't feel like I'm wearing makeup, which is always the goal. Especially in Florida summer heat. Okay, and then before I do my 2 finishing touches, I am going to do another curl of my eyelashes. Make sure they're all in there. There we go. And since that one is a little more curled, I mean, now they look more consistent, so I'm going to keep it like that actually. And then lip-wise, I have something fun to share with you guys about this, but you'll see it on my Instagram. So ColourPop did a Twilight collection, and you know how I feel about Twilight. This is Team Jacob, actually. Sorry, guys. I was Team Jacob for like a minute and a half. I think it was because I was a teenage girl, and I was like, he's so handsome with that shirt off in New Moon. And Edward was kind of a pain in New Moon. And I know it was just to help her. He wanted it as best, but I'm going to put Team Jacob on. Now, I don't put these ones on every day, but I do enjoy them. And lip oil, apparently I'm like dehydrated today. Sorry guys, my lips are a little rough. Their lip oils from ColourPop are my favorite. Like, I've been buying them for a really long time. So it looks like I need a little more blending because I'm looking on the phone now. Okay, and then the best part is this Too Faced Makeup Insurance. So it's literally like the same as the Shadow Insurance. It's just for your makeup. So it's the mist. Oh, blue light defense. Look at that. But it's a setting spray. So I just do that. Ready to go. So that's my makeup look. It's relatively simple, I think. I know right now it says 20 minutes, but I was explaining a lot. So if you get in the groove of doing it, it's really easy to do. So, and I think it's pretty simple, but it's a nice look. So at least I think so. So I hope everybody has a good day. Let me know if you have any questions. I did link everything below, so if you are interested in any of those things, you're welcome to buy it there. And yeah, thanks so much for watching.